Hello, good morning, beautiful people. I hope and trust that your weekend was well spent. Welcome to a new week. So, on today's topic, which is living an intentional life, or probably intentional living and ways to be intentional. Now, what is intentional living? Intentional living is a lifestyle that encourages us to define our priorities, get clear on what we want from life, and living every day in alignment with these priorities. Now, let me tell you, in simple terms, living intentionally means deciding what you want from life and going for it. In today's busy world where many of us are overstretched and juggling all the things, it's probably not a surprise to learn that intentional living is becoming increasingly popular. Instead of chasing our tails with life in the fast lane, we are seeking out a life of purpose, direction, clarity, peace, and joy instead. A life on our terms instead of life dedicated to us by our schedule or to-do list. Now, for an introduction to intentional living and what being intentional means to me, let's start like this. How do you live intentionally? Being intentional isn't expensive or time consuming. It won't involve you giving everything up or throwing it all away. No, unless you want to, of course. An intentional life is about making small, conscious, daily decision about what enhances your life or what just clutters, distracts, and pulls you off course. Now, a quote by Richie Norton, he says that intentional living is the art of making our own choices before other choices make us. You get that? Intentional living is the art of making our own choices before other choices make us. Which means it's just simple. You got to make your own choices. You got to decide that this is how you want to live your life. This is how you want this to be. Now, if an intentional life speaks to your heart, then I think I can suggest this video can suggest some simple ways to be intentional every day. We'll look at some practical tips. You understand? Whether it's being intentional with your time, relationships, self-care, finances, priorities, or anything else that makes up your life. I hope that the ideas that I've penned down in this video is going to be clear to you and going to make things worthwhile for you. Now, here are the ideas, some of the basic ideas I think that can help you live an intentional life. Number one is have a clear structure for your day. Some people just wake up on autopilot. They just wake up to do things the way they see it. You understand? They don't have a plan for it. They don't have a clear structure. This is how I want this to be. This is how I want today to be, and it is not right. Now, second, you have to create a solid and consistent morning and evening routine for yourself and your family, of course. So you have to get a clear framework for your day, how it will start and how it will end. Okay. Now, number two is be careful with your money. So many people, like I know of a guy, he just wakes up in the morning, he doesn't make a list. He just puts money in the pocket, he goes out, he sees this, he buy, he sees this, he buy, he sees this, he buy. Now, I'm not saying that there is emergency buying, shopping. There is also a period whereby you see something that you've been yearning for or you've been looking for a whole lot of time, and you just see it, you buy it. But then it's also good that you are careful with how you spend your money. You are careful with what and what, so that you don't go out getting things, spending unnecessarily. Now, the next one is to declutter your home. If you want to live an intentional life, if you want to live a splendid life, you need to declutter your home. You need to place things where they're supposed to be. Your home is your space, But everything in it comes with a price, either what you have paid for it in the first place or in terms of how you spend your time and energy looking after it. So you have to be intentional about what you keep in your home. You have to declutter the stuffs that you no longer love, need, or add value in some way. You have to enjoy living in an uncluttered space, and it is easier to keep clean and tidy. Now, number 3 is to define your priorities and your goals. Defining your priorities and your goals. You understand? How often do you think about your goals and what you want to achieve in life? As a busy person, you might think that your goal is just to get through the day, but there is so much you can do. Priorities and goals helps us to find clarity for what we want out of life. They remind us that we are still individuals in our own rights, as well as being a parent, a partner, and any other of the 100 different hats we wear daily. So you have to be intentional about your priorities and goals by making sure that you write and prioritize certain stuffs you're going to do daily. You have to write your goals down. That's why you have a long-term goal and a short-term goal. You understand? You have to prioritize. You understand? Now, the next one is investing your time wisely. As we all know, time is precious. It is arguably our most limited resource, and perhaps the one that we often waste or misuse most of the time. Now, don't take on too much, stress yourself too thin, or overbook or double book yourself, or say yes to things when you rather say no. Now, this is one of the problems I have. I say yes too many times because if this person is a family person, this person is a friend, is a very tight friend, and I don't know how to say no to them. No, against my own wish, against my own schedule. Is not supposed to be. So whatever you're going to invest your time in, let it be something that is going to be of utmost importance and beneficial, not just to you, but to everyone around you. You understand? So we get to the next one is strengthen your important relationships. I like this one. Now, when life gets busy, it's easy to take the relationship we have with others for granted. We forget or neglect making the efforts to connect and spend time with people who mean the most to us. But let me tell you, relationships matter, and to be strong, they need work. Should I repeat that again? Relationships matter, and to be strong, they need work. You have to be intentional about your relationship. You have to focus on the ones that are mutually supportive and find a way to distance yourself from the ones that seem a little one-sided. Now, let me tell you, there are so many relationships you will be into that are not for any reason supportive. I didn't say beneficial, I said supportive. A relationship should be supportive, whether it's in a business relationship, an erotic relationship, a marriage, any form of relationship, and there is no support in it, you have to distance yourself from it. It's not valuable for you. It's gonna drain you and drain you to the last drop, and it's not part of living intentional. Now, the next one is cultivate a positive mindset. Now, how do we think about our life? Okay, let me tell you this. How we think about our lives, the choices and decisions we make, and whether we take action, you understand, or not, it's all down to our mindset. Don't let life pass you by without making the most of it. To fully embrace an intentional life, you have to explore ways to become or to nurture a positive, healthy mindset. And one of the ways I do that is by decluttering my mind to find clarity and purpose. and focus also. You understand? So to live an intentional life, you need to nurture a positive, healthy mindset, and to do so, you need to declutter your mind, just like the way we do defragmentation in the PC, the lab, in the hard disk. You have to declutter your mind, and so that you can be able to find clarity and purpose. So I don't want this video to be long, but the next episode we are going to be talking about developing healthy habits and being aware of our mental health. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I would appreciate that you subscribe by clicking the subscribe button and on the notification icon, so that each time a video drops, you are going to be first aware of it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate. Have a good time.